So today in the garage we have an '07 Ferrari 430. Basically today we're going to be replacing the factory door speaker in the driver's side door. Before there was a rattle that was coming from the passenger side door, and whenever you listen to music through the factory car stereo, it would basically start rattling. So come to find out, the speaker in that passenger side door had basically deteriorated. So some parts of it were actually, uh, kind of falling apart. So decided to replace that factory speaker and go aftermarket. Just go with a speaker that was a little bit more durable. So anyway, end up replacing all those components in there. Sounds fantastic. So now we're gonna take the driver's side door apart and do the same thing. Replace those factory components with aftermarket components so it'll match the passenger side. So we're gonna go ahead and do that today. I'll try to slow this video down a little bit, try to go in a little bit more detail, because there's some people out there that really want to either do this to their vehicle or just kind of see, what's involved. It's super easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Just got to have basic mechanical skills, okay? So like I said, we'll slow it down. We might have to break it in a couple segments. We'll see as we go along. I know it's going to be boring and everything like that, but if you're curious about this thing, you might enjoy it. But this is my first video posted on YouTube, so if there's anything that would help me out in making better videos or whatever, I sure would appreciate it. Just put it in the comments below. So let's go ahead and get started and get this door speaker replaced. Okay, so this is the door panel we're going to be removing to get to the speaker. Before we do that, first thing we have to check is the head unit. So this particular car still has the factory head unit. I believe this one's made by Becker. So, but these head units have a key code. So I think the key code is like 5 or 6 digits, something like that. So basically you gotta have that code, because if you don't, we're gonna have to kill the power to this car. And when we do that, it's going to lose that setting in it, and we're going to have to reprogram that to be able to use it again. So if you don't have that key code, you might want to get that first before going through this procedure, before killing the power. Otherwise, you just won't have a radio to listen to. So make sure you have that key code first, and I'll show you what that looks like. Let's go take a look. And you should be able to find it in your pouch. This has all your owner's manuals and other information in there. But if you look in there, you should find something that looks like this. So this is your code card, and you see Becker right there. But these digits here, right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 5 digits. It's a 5-digit code. So you're gonna, once you turn the power back on, you're gonna punch that code into the radio, and I'll show you how to do that when we get to the end and of this, install this speaker, this procedure, and then we'll punch that code in. It should get the radio to come back on, so you can reprogram it and use it. Okay, so now we have to turn the power to the car off. In order to do that, we need to get under the hood of the car, or the bonnet, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it depends on where you're from. So we need to access under the hood. So first thing we do, we need to pop open the hood. And we do that by going under here. There's 3 buttons on the driver's side here. And this one right here is one we're going to get. And you can hear the pop. That's the front hood releasing. So let's go under. There we go. And there's the switch. It's on the passenger side of the vehicle. And basically we're going to take this and we're going to turn it this way, and that's going to kill the power to the car. So now we can get to work. Okay, so now what we want to do is, let's go ahead and first take this piece off here, this armrest. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to just pry it up from the backside here. And you might even be able to use your hands. or you can use like a pry tool like this and just put it under here and just pry it up. But let me see if I can do it while holding this camera here. And there it goes. See, it just releases really easy. And just slide it back like this. And I'll show you what it looks like. And basically that's the mechanism that holds it. This slides, see, just goes under, just slides like this, and then this piece just snaps down. Pretty simple, huh? See, nothing to it. Okay. Now the next piece is the tweeter. It's inside this little cover here. So we're just going to pull that out. Let me see if I can probably use my nylon tool here. It's going to be kind of hard while trying to hold this. So basically what you're going to do is take this rubber here, get under here, and just pull this tweeter out, okay? Just like this. And basically you're just going to pop this out. You're going to have two prongs on the bottom here that hook. So the bottom's going to be stuck. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull the top out and then slide it up, okay? So let me go ahead and stop the camera. I can pull that out. All right, so basically what I did was just took this rubber, pulled it back, pulled the top out. And once you get this out like this, then you're good to go. So you just pull on this a little bit, like just really easy. You don't want to damage the leather down here. And then just kind of pull it up. There's the two prongs that fit down into the door. Okay. There we go. And then we have a little clip that holds the wire. All right. So we want to release that clip and then pull it out, and then we can take the tweeter out. All right, so we have the tweeter out, and just let me show you this mechanism on here. So basically, this is what the clip looks like. Okay. So what you want to do is push, if I can focus here. Let's see if I can do this here. There's a little area right here where you want to push in on it and then pull up, and then it'll come out. Okay. All right, now we got several fasteners that hold this on. You're going to have two over here, and there's like 3 under the bottom of the door here. So we need to remove those. These 2 here have like little covers, and you should be able to pull them off with your fingers. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. That's basically all it is. This little cover. And then same down here. Okay. That's all it is. And I put them in these little, just keep them organized. Just put them in a little box like that. Okay. And basically all there is just some Phillip head screws. I think most people know how to take screws out, so we'll have to videotape these, okay? And then on the bottom, let me see if I can get under here. Is, see, 1, 2, and 3. It's just 3 screws on the bottom. So I'll go ahead and take those out now. And then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so these are the screws after we removed them. So 2 on the side and 3 on the bottom. And you got to worry about watching out because some of them are different sizes. So they're all the same size. So it doesn't really matter if you put them back in the same spots. Sometimes you'll take these out and it'll be kind of hard to remove. Sometimes they'll have like black, like gooey, like tar looking substance on them. So it's not a big deal. Sometimes they screw back in pretty easy, or you can clean them off and put them back in. So, all right, on the side now, you're going to have these two plastic like push pins right here. You're going to need to remove these. So you're going to need a tool. So I use something like this here. This is from Sonic Tools, but you can use plastic ones or something equivalent. And then basically what you're going to do is just stick this under here. And then you're going to pry this. You're going to pry it up and pull these two pins out. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So here, I decided I can get this one under here while I'm holding the camera up. See how I just put it under there and just pry up and it pulls right out. Okay. And that's it. Just these two little push pins. And sometimes you'll have like sticky tar under here. So just kind of pull this a little bit to release it. Okay. Just like that. Yeah, it gets kind of gooey under there. All right. And now we have to, there's a screw under here. So you lift this up and you'll see it. There's a Phillips head right there. So we need to hold this up and then remove that Phillips head screw. So I'll do that now. Okay, so there I got the screw out. It's a screw and washer that's under the handle here. Now when you're moving this around in here, you want to be super careful with this because this will scratch very, very easy. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like gray primer with like black paint over it, I guess. I'm assuming it's like paint, but it scratches very easy. You don't want to scratch this. Okay. Same thing with this piece here too. You don't want to scratch this all up. So just be very careful when you're moving this around. Okay. The next thing you want to do is, see this piece here? This has got like adhesive holding it down. It's like a piece of leather or something. I've kind of broke it loose already, but just stick your hand into there and just kind of pry it up. Okay. There's that black gooey stuff. That stuff is nasty. Okay, just pop that off. Just set that right there. Okay, and basically all that is a Phillips screwdriver. So it's a little bit bigger one than the one I was using. So I'll have to go get another screwdriver. So let me go ahead and take that out now. Okay, so I got the screw out. There it is. All right, the washer's still there, but I'll pull it out when I remove this here now. So you just take this and just slides right out, just very carefully. Remove this piece. Okay. And then, oh, the washer's in there. Get the washer out. Oh, so there's two of them. Okay, two washers. All right, there's the handle. Okay. Now the next thing we want to do is we have to break this nut loose right here. This is from the door pull. Let me see. Let's see. I think the door is open now. I won't engage it. So we got to break this nut loose here, and then remove this cable from this bracket assembly here, and then so we can remove the cable from the handle. Okay. So let me go get a 8mm wrench, and we can take that off. Okay, let me go get that now. Okay, so you can see here I got this 8mm. If for some reason you don't have another 8mm, you can also use a 5/16 SAE. That'll work also. So you want to hold this one nut here and then break this one loose, and then loosen this one up. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Okay, just roll that back. Take that off. It's not going to go anywhere because it's on the cable. Okay, remove this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this cable here and you're going to pull it. If I can get it to focus here. Just pull it out and just release it. There you go. Now you got plenty of room to get this handle here. So there's going to be some micro switches under here. So let me see if I can pull this back. Just be careful with it. Okay. See, there's where the cable hooks on right there. So we're going to need to take that out, and it just slides out. So basically, it just kind of comes out that way. Okay. It's like a S shaped. So it just pulls right out. Just twist it and it'll come out. And then there's those two micro switches. We need to remove those, but make sure you put them back in the same spots. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark one of them because it looks like the wires are the same color. On the other side, the driver's side, they're different colors, but these are the same. So I'm going to mark one of those switches, and then I'll take a picture of it, and I'll have a reference on which switch goes where. That way I won't get them mixed up. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so here's this cable. Oh, it fell down in there. Okay. This is what it looks like. It's got that gooey black tar looking stuff on it. So there's a hole that's right there on the side of the handle. And this just goes in the hole, and then you twist it like that and it locks into place, okay? And this black stuff, I guess, holds it in there, I guess, or keep it from rattling. I don't know. Anyway, it's sticky. Okay. And now the wires, what I did was I just put two little black marks on there, so I know, and I took a picture of it, so I know that this micro switch goes on the outside of the handle. Okay. So there's a little Phillips head screw right there. You're going to want to remove that, and that holds in. It's a mount for one of the micro switches, and there's these two little clips. There's one on each switch. There's that one right there, and that's what holds the switch in place. And there's another one for the other switch. So let me take this screw out, and then basically I'm going to pop. I tell you what. I'm going to take that screw out, and then I'm going to pop these two clips here. This micro switch is going to come out, and then this will come out too. Once I take that Phillips out, it'll come out also with that little clip. So let me do that now, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here's the handle out right here. So you can see, okay, here's that mount for the switch. You see it right here. That's what that screw was holding, and it screws right there, okay? And then you see like these two pins right there. Those stick through the micro switch. I'll show you when I put it back together. I'll try to get better video of it. Here you can see, and that's for one switch. Then the other switch, the two pins are here. And this is the side that I marked. Let me see if I can do this carefully here. Oops, careful. Let's see. This is one switch. This is the one that had the marks on it, so it goes like this. God, this is hard. I need a tripod or something. Okay, and see, let me show you this. On the side of the switch, there's two holes. See there? So they slide over those holes there. Okay. Need my glasses. Okay. Just like that. See, they're slid in those little holes. And then you have a clip that slides. Oh, I'm sorry. I got it out backwards. Put it on the right way. Anyway, it goes this way. And then you got a clip that holds it on. But I'll go into more detail when we're putting it back together. I'll go through it a little bit better. Okay, now we need to remove. There's a Phillips head screw. It's right in there. So we're going to take that out now. Okay, and that screw is out, and that's what it looks like. It's out. Okay. All right, that should be it. Let me see. Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull on this, kind of loosen it up a little bit. Make sure it's okay. We're good. Okay. There we go. Just gotta pull it loose. Okay, we're good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up on it. There's gonna be 3 clips under here, like 1, 2. There's one over here. This one's kind of at an angle, but we're gonna pull up on the door panel. We'll grab around the bottom, pull up. If these kind of stick a little bit, sometimes you can kind of push the door panel in a little bit, and it'll help it come up freer. All right, so we're gonna do that now. Okay, the door panel's off now. Let's see what we got here. Whoops. So on this end, it's got a bunch of sticky stuff. You see it right here. Just kind of, I'm trying to hold this camera. Just kind of break it off. Just kind of. Okay, so let me show you here. Let me show you these clips. So there's one clip. See, there's 2. And then there's that last one right there. And they hook over this. Let me put this here. Set this here for a second. Okay. And they hook like over this ridge right here. See? Right here. They hook on these ridge. Okay. Now we have to disconnect the speaker, which is right there. We have these 2 connectors here. And I think that's it. So let me disconnect those now. Well, I tell you what, let me see if I can hold this camera here. So this one, just lift up on these tabs here. Boom, there's one. Okay. I'm trying to hold this door panel here. Let's see. Here's the next one. Just lift up and push. There's that. And then this, let me see if I can do this here. Just squeeze the backside here. Just push up with your finger. And then pull up. There you go. And then that's it. That's the plug for the speaker. Okay. And that should be it. Now we have the speaker out. All right, let's get this thing on the bench and then we'll start taking the speaker out.